Hey, it's me. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so a lot's happened from the last time I posted a video to now, and it's been, I don't know, for me, some stressful 6 months, and I haven't been really keeping up with this, and that's kind of hard on me and the few people that do watch. And I mean, I feel a little bad over that, but more so for the fact that, I've just been having a rough time, and so I came back from the Mexico trip and I got the new teeth, which are great. I'm gonna do that editing for that video after I put this one up. Is when things got kind of crazy for me. So like, let's see here. Where do I want to start with that? The words. I had to get a job when I got back because bills were starting to come due. I had just put a lot of money into my teeth and I owed money on that, still owe money on that, and I kind of had to get my crap together because all of my savings I had still left over from 2019 and a little bit I had from working into the early part of 2020. I was running out of that. And sure, I had a couple of the checks that came from the government and whatever. I only got like two of those, three, I don't know, maybe something like that. And so it wasn't really supplementing my income. It was just, I don't know. I was going off of my savings, and that's how I was surviving. And when I ran out of money. I legit had enough money to get home from Mexico, and I was kind of up shit's creek, and I had to bust ass to get a job, and so I spent like a good 2-3 weeks getting the job, and then okay, finally I got lucky. I got this job. It's at a decent hotel resort here in Alabama, and I cook out there for different places. I started out in their fine dining restaurant. That's where I got hired on, and so I had to learn the flow of the restaurant, and I hadn't cooked in a year and a half, basically. So that's where I started. I came in and haven't cooked in like a year and a half, and I'm confused. I'm trying to relearn how to work with callouts and cooking and the whole thing. It's not like I can't cook. I have my degree in culinary arts, and this is 5.5 years into cooking, and with including the gap from 2020, that make it 6 years of cooking, but out of college. But at the same time, it's like really stressful learning a new kitchen, especially after taking such a long break, and it's such a high-end kitchen. I'm thankful I started there instead of something high volume, but maybe I should have started high volume and went to the high kitchen, but I don't know. But the point is, I started off in the high-end fine dining kitchen, and I went from stressing about having a job to worrying about, well, making sure I'm on time to work because it's almost an hour drive pretty much. And then I also had to worry about not fucking up because it's a fine dining kitchen. I can't afford to fuck up. I can't afford to lose this job. And so I'm stressing. And then it's stressful because it's a kitchen in and of itself. And then it's upscale. And then you have chefs breathing down your throat. And then from there, I'm kind of struggling too because I don't remember any of my own tips and tricks I gave myself. I figured out lots of tricks about doing this in the industry, and I kind of had to relearn them the hard way, and I'm still kind of relearning them the hard way, and it kind of sucks. But that aside, I'm stressing for the first 2.5 months there, just doing my job and dealing with stuff at home and running around trying to do all that, and it's kind of stressful. And then from there I kind of get a break because I'm doing lots of hours, but my hours keep increasing and I'm starting to only get one day off. That's a kitchen, I'm kind of used to that. And then I get moved to a banquet kitchen. After 2.5-ish months, I'm over to the banquet kitchen, and from there I gotta learn a whole new method of doing things because I'm not used to banquet cuisine. It's different for me than anything I'm used to, and so like I get there and it's a different pace. It's slower all day long until the crap hits the fan. Then it's busy, 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 busy. And what it took me almost 2 months to learn was that it wasn't slow the whole time. You need to prep like I'm working that hotline for the fine dining side, and then cook for prep it like I'm doing that. And it took a while to get that to click in, and then right around there they start training me off in their high-end pool kitchen, and which is fine. And now which is another 2.5 months in banquets, and this is my first week in their pool kitchen, which is basically like upscale junk food. It's good burgers, fries, quesadillas, chicken tenders, easy stuff, but we do 600 to 1,000 covers for lunch on a weekend, on a normal day. And some days we're in there with just 2 people, and it's railed out, and that's stressful in of itself. But while I'm doing all this in the banquet kitchen, my back started hurting more and more and more than I'm already used to, because I've got a whole bunch of autoimmune disorders. I've got stuff like, not a bunch, I over exaggerate. I have fibromyalgia and I've got back problems. All right, and so that causes me a lot of issues in the industry, on top of having autism and ADHD, and I don't see them as positives or negatives in the industry. I just see them as my problems, and I have to deal with them. And so, the mental issues aside, I'm stressing out because I'm in pain. I'm in lots and lots of pain, and I think that's why they moved me from the banquet kitchen to the pool kitchen, because I look like I'm hurting there. And pool's easier food to cook than banquets, because banquets you got some, before lunch you serve 1,000 people, because banquets, and it's like crazy, and then you still got like 4 or 5 more banquets the rest of the day you got to do it. So it wasn't that crazy, it was just paced. But like I drowned off. Point was, my back really started hurting, and I started hurting more than I normally do. Now, at this time, I wasn't currently on any active medication, apart from Tylenol, and during COVID, I wasn't on either, but I wasn't at a job either during COVID. I exercised every day and ate healthy and got plenty of sleep. And I was able to perform normal household functions like do laundry, take a shower, cook food, and be awake all day. For me, that's good. That's great. But at work, I get progressively worse and worse and worse as I continue to work more and more and more hours. So, I don't have an exercise routine because I'm just struggling to get enough sleep to go back to work the next day, and then I'm struggling with this, that, and the other thing, so my back's like really there. And so this is to where we're at now. I got a new primary, and we have set up a bunch of appointments in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Last week I went and got the new primary, and then I was still in banquets at the time, but this is when they're thinking about moving me to pool, and I didn't know, but I don't really care. So I got a doctor's appointment there. I set up a new primary. He gets me on a new medication, which reduces my inflammation, and then he's got me on another one, which is like 50,000 units of vitamin D, something like that, a lot of D, once a week, and the other one's once a day. And so the vitamin D is once a week. It's helping reduce the inflammation, which is allowing me to work now. I can keep working because the inflammation is reduced to a manageable level, but that doesn't stop my back from hurting. So my back still hurts. Yeah, it still hurts, like bad, like crippling pain hurts. But I still got a job, and I still got to work because I got to pay bills. Yeah, but so my doctors, we start setting up other stuff because I'm also having heart palpitations from my concave chest. My chest curves in the center here and then divots. So that's a problem. And so that's been worrying me. I've been breathing troubles from that, and my heart's been hurting, like fluttering and heart palpitations, and I've been having purpling of the hands and stuff, and this is what I've talked to my doctor, and we don't have any answers yet, because I just did all the appointments, and I still haven't gone back to see him, but I got blood work, x-rays on my back, an echo, all kinds of stuff like that, to start figuring out what's wrong, and we're going to be working on that, and honestly, I just want to keep a record of this. Whether anyone watches or not, I don't care. It's at the least for me, and I can kind of talk this stuff out. It's not easy, kind of living like this. It's not, especially being transgender on top of it all. It's not easy. So I had more appointments this week. Luckily, most of them landed on my 2 days off, which is crazy. But I mean, I'm working 60 hours a week, so having 2 days off is a weird trade-off. I have 2 days off in a row every week on a set day, but now I have to work 5 12-hour shifts, which I don't know how I'm going to do, but I'm going to figure it out, because I just worked, first 3 shifts? Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Yeah, first 3 shifts in it, and by Monday I was pretty dead, but I had the 2 days off, so I'm hoping with proper rest and diet, better diet than I'm already on, getting more serious than I already am, because I've cut out a lot of bad sugars and stuff, and I'm really trying to cut out sodas. It's hard. Like, it's just difficult. But the point was, yesterday I did my echo, and I got my teeth cleaned, and then today I went to go see my new PT doctor, and then he says, I might have something else, but he needs to talk with my doctor, and then we need to run tests on that. And I mean, it's just a name for what I'm experiencing, nothing new. It's just that it's where my bottom of my spine is trying to fuse. There's a word for it, long, complicated, but there's not much different treatment. So my PT doctor knows what to do for that instead of giving me mistreatment. And so we're figuring that out. It's just pain management and inflammation treatments. It's the same stuff. It's just which PT method I need to do, and more body calisthenics, more muscle work, less spinal, less chiropractic work, stuff like that. But there's lots of good news that's happening in all of this. I managed to set my first appointment for the 20th of this month, so next Tuesday, for my first hormone treatment. Yes! Big yes. I'm so excited. I just got went in to get my blood drawn at the local Quest here, which is a blood agency that does blood work. Pretty straightforward. It's American named, but it's a blood work agency that does what your doctor does, just that. And so they get referrals from doctors or other clinics and stuff. So I live in Mobile. Where I'm going is to Pensacola for it, and I put the time in request off, so I'm going to make a video out of that. Because that's going to be interesting. It's fun. Well, that's a weird word to use. I wouldn't say fun. I would say nerve-wracking, exciting. I'm ready. I mean, especially with my voice, I need to work on that too. Like that, something like that. That's better. But the hormones is something I'm really excited for, because even at work, it's just I look like a dude, and I sound like a dude, and so I get treated like a dude, and I don't mind the term dude, but lots of mispronouncing at work, that bothers me, because the only place, in my opinion at this point, that I look male is, in my opinion, is at work, because my chef uniform is pretty masculine looking, and it's just pants and stuff like that. So it's just a chef jacket and some black pants, and it's a pretty dark colored jacket. I mean, I got these, but it helps, but it doesn't solve the issue. And so I'm really hoping, after long usage, of course, I don't know, it's not magical. It doesn't happen overnight. A year down the road and so on, hoping my facial features will soften naturally. And I'm excited for that. I'm just ready to get started on that. I've been transitioning for the last 2 years, and it's, I don't know, 2 3 years. God, I keep forgetting COVID happened. The last 3 years I've been in transition, and I don't know, it was weird at first. I just didn't know what to do. I just knew I felt more comfortable with she, her pronouns and started the transition. But I'll get more into that in the video for the 20th of this month. But, like, it's been difficult because I've been dealing with all of this on top of me while still trying to manage a job that forces me to work overtime. I've been stressed out, and honestly, even though I'm going to work overtime, I think I'm going to enjoy myself more if I just do what I'm doing now. Talking to you, or me, or the wall. I don't know, but it feels good to kind of talk it out loud. This is, I don't know, I think I'm going to do this every day, especially when I get off work. Just come home, sit, and talk about my day. Whether it's a short video, a long video, maybe nothing happened and I'm just bored out of my mind and need to talk about it. I think I'm going to start doing this, like, daily video thing. So I look towards that. But, like, more onto the videos I did before. We did go to Mexico. It was Baja, Mexico, near Arizona and California, where the states meet. Like, it's a weird shape there, like that, kind of, and it's like right in the corner. But I got a video about that. It's really cool. I got 70% off on these guys. These look so much better. If you've seen, you just look at some of my earlier videos on here, my teeth are like, ugh, ooh, ooh. But I got new teeth, and I'm excited about that, and I'm gonna work on that video next, because we went down in Mom's van, and we got that done, and that was fun, and we checked that out. But we learned a lot of things that worked, that didn't work, and so on and so forth. There's a video about I'm gonna do a video about going down, a video about there, and a video about coming back. We also stopped in some places on the way back that kind of cool, and we'll talk about that. But, like, I don't know, I sounded a lot, and just listening to some of the videos, I'm kind of bleeding through them all. There's a lot to it. I sounded a lot happier than when I wasn't working so much. And I noticed that even when I have like a 2-day off now, right? I'm about to go back to work tomorrow, but I feel much better than I did when I got off work on Monday. I mean, I was stressed, tired, depressed, angry, anxious, and ready to go to my doctor's appointments and just get it over with. And I'm still tired. But I notice with more rest, I'm ready to do things. But I'm going to have to go back to work and do things I don't want to do. And I don't know. I'm looking at maybe getting my scuba license or something like that. Something different, something not cooking. I like cooking, and maybe if I didn't have to work such high volume for 60-hour work weeks, I'd be okay with it. But right now, that's what's barely paying my bills. Like, what I get for that many hours, that covers my bills and to eat and go back to work. And it's not easy. It's really not easy. So I'm looking forward to working on some more videos, and the hormones, that's gonna be good. But I'm starting to get emotional now, so I think I'm gonna stop here for the first video. But it's not easy. It's really tough. So I'm gonna say, signing off here. I'm gonna work on those other videos. Emotive Milk says bye. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow or whenever I get it uploaded. It won't be longer than 3 or 4 days. I guarantee that, because I need this. I need to talk it out. not easy. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.